In this section, we are going to look at deploying our smart contract into a public testnet. Right. So we created this Infura API key, and we got this API key from Infura in the last section, right? Now we'll see how to use that and deploy our contract into the testnet using this Infura full node, right? For that, most of the changes are required in the truffle configuration, because if you look at truffle config, you used this to develop, right, and deploy this into the Ganache blockchain, correct? So same way, we need to make some changes in the configuration to deploy our contract into the testnet or mainnet using Infura full node. Okay, so truffle is pretty good in making our lives easier, as you would have seen in Web3 sample versus truffle, right? The entire code that we wrote in call.js was done by just two commands: truffle compile, truffle migrate, right? So now we'll go below to understand what other networks are there. One is development, that's fine, that we need to use for Ganache deployment. Okay, then it has something called as advanced, where you can create your own full node in your system and you can connect it with that. But if you do that, you have to make sure it is 24/7 available, right? Then we have something called as Ropsten and private. Okay, so Ropsten seems familiar. This is a testnet and I want to deploy it into a testnet. So let me uncomment this. So to uncomment, you have command and slash in Mac or control and slash in Windows, right? If you just choose the entire line and then click on command and slash or control and slash, it is going to uncomment or comment. Okay, just like this. So comment and comment that way. Okay, so if you are wondering how I'm able to do it, this is how I do it. Okay, so now you can either choose Ropsten or Rinkeby network. Yeah, I'll probably choose Ropsten because I have some test ether there, right? So if you do not have test ether, right, I'll tell you where to get it from. So you can go to Ropsten, yeah, Ropsten faucet. Okay, so just go to this, and if you enter your account address, let's do that now itself, not an issue, right? Because I'm not sure if you guys have it. So DC08 Ropsten test network, just if you click on this account 1, you will get this account number copied. Okay, account number, as you know, is a long hexadecimal number. Just enter this here, right? Check the balance once. I have 4.4918 ether, right? So let me just send me test ether, and it's gonna, yeah, test ether is sent to this DC08, and okay, where is it gone? Now I think I have got some more amount, right? Okay, 4718, I think I got 0.02. I don't even remember, right? Or this is not the only faucet. Okay, let me also show you where to get Rinkeby faucet or MetaMask as a water faucet also. Just go to this this particular faucet.metamask.io, right? And here you can request 1 ether from the faucet. So I am in the Ropsten test network, right? So okay, this faucet has given me 1 ether already. Okay, the previous one which we tried. 1 ether is more than enough to do testing, but still I'll show you another method for that also, right? This is the address, request 1 ether from faucet. If you just do this, it's gonna open up a pop-up and say account DC08 connect with MetaMask, connect, again connect, right? Okay, I already have too much ether, it seems. I'm greedy, it says. Anyway, yeah, I have 5.4 ether, which is more than enough for many people to do the testing. So if you do not have, you can go to these faucets, just enter your account number. This MetaMask ether faucets will read directly from your MetaMask and take the account. Okay, so that is the way to get free ether, right? Anyway, so we'll come back to this Ropsten. So since this is Ropsten, let me do Ropsten only, or you can also do Rinkeby in whichever account, in whichever network you have your balance, we'll use that. Okay, so I'll use Ropsten because I have 5.4 ether. In fact, in Rinkeby I have 54. That's okay, not an issue at all, right? So here the network ID will change. Okay, network ID is 3 for Ropsten. For Rinkeby it is 4. If you do not know what is the network ID for your particular testnet, you can go to Remix. Okay, and if you go to deploy, you can connect to injected web3. Okay, now it says Robston 3 network. That bracket, that is a network ID, right? If I change this to mainnet, it is going to show me 1, right? So let me just show you that also. If I change injected web3, mainnet is 1. Okay, Robston is 3 as we saw. Ring B is going to be 4, I think, if I am right from my memory. So yeah, ring B has 4, and that way you can find any network ID that you want from Remix itself. It's an easier method, that's all. So this is ring B's ID. Okay, and gas, let me leave it just like that. Confirmations, let it be. Timeout blocks 200, skip dry run, everything let it be just as given. And if you are building an advanced app, you can change it according to your needs. But I think this is all good enough for me as I am just testing it out, right? So uncomment this and just change the network ID to 4 if you are using Ringkey. Okay, but I've decided to use Robston. Go back to 3 itself. Okay, so right, wonderful. But now we have not done, right? So here you see provider in development. What is the thing? Host and port, right? You can just give this, it will connect. But here it says new HD wallet provider. Okay, that's a function. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've never seen that before. It says mnemonic and then this your project ID and all of that. This we have seen somewhere, Robston, Infura.io and all of this, correct? Now this can be got easily from our Infura. Okay, so go to Infura. I want to use Robston, right? So if you click on Robston, change the endpoint, you can just copy this. Okay, it's the same thing. Robston Infura IO v3 whatever is your project ID, right? Similar thing is given Robston Infura IO v3 in this one. So just replace this entire thing with your Infura API. Okay, done. Now we don't know what is mnemonic. We don't know what is HD wallet provider. First we'll find out what is this mnemonic. Okay, if you go to the top of the truffle, right, this config file, you can find these are all multi-line comments which we don't need, just to take out the clutter. Okay, so here you can find that it says const HD wallet provider equal to require something. This is what we wanted, correct? And Infura key that we pasted automatically, so we don't need this. File require and then mnemonic is reading from a file. Okay, what is this mnemonic? We created that mnemonic when we created our MetaMask file, right? So this mnemonic is kind of to be kept secret because this is your private key. But let me do it directly. Yeah, usually what people do is they'll create a separate .env file, environment file, and they will add that. They will not deploy that into GitHub or wherever. They will keep that secret, but it will read the mnemonic alone, because remember, we need the mnemonic if Infura has to take money from our account for the gas price. Okay, so that's the concept. So let me uncomment HD wallet provider and mnemonic alone. I don't want to get in the complexity of reading a file that's called as .secret, etc. Okay, so just to take this off, probably I'll keep it this way only, because if you want you can comment it out later, right? So I'll create a mnemonic equal to a string. Correct? Mnemonic is what? The 12 words, right? So I have stored my mnemonic somewhere, okay, while creating MetaMask. So let me just take that mnemonic with 12 words and input that here. I'm sure you would have also saved your mnemonic. So this is mine: track, urban, song, body, clarify. So whenever I created my account with MetaMask, I would have got a mnemonic. Let me just paste it here. I don't want to keep it a secret because this is how you learn. This is used for just demo purposes. But make sure when you are creating an actual production level project and you are actually storing some mainnet ether in your wallet, please do not use mnemonic so easily. Okay, you have to keep it in a secret file and don't deploy it, ignore from git and all of those things you might have to do. Okay, and this thing, truffle HD wallet provider, is a package which provides this connection between your Infura and your truffle project. Okay, this is a package that needs to be installed. You will get HD wallet provider mnemonic. So go back to your provider and see HD wallet provider package. Mnemonic, you have given that. API key, we have taken from Infura and given this. So our configuration is ready, right? So that's how you do it. And let me save the configuration. Okay. Now we need to deploy it into the raw blockchain, right? So go back to this, clear everything. Okay. So what we did to migrate before is truffle migrate, correct? But now usually if you give truffle migrate, right, it will take a development server and deploy it there. Okay, first thing it will look for is development only. Yeah, but now you have to give hyphen hyphen network and then say Robston. So that is not going to automatically understand what is Robston. Okay, so that Robston is the name I have given here. This also I can give as Raghu. Okay, so here you will give hyphen hyphen Raghu. Okay, whatever is given within that, like network ID, this Robston in .infura, that is what is important. Okay, not the name. So that also you need to remember. So I'll just make it Robston to make it more professional and all, right? So Robston. Okay, so once you give this, it's gonna deploy your contract into Robston. It is going to throw an error, I know, but let's look at the error and then understand, right, what is happening. So deploy this into Robston, right? Click on this and you will wait for some time. Of course, as expected, it's throwing me an error. What is this error? It says cannot find module truffle LC wallet provider. Do you remember that we have installed in any time? No, right? So what I need to do, that also this will itself say. Okay, so run npm install that way. So I'll just do npm install at the rate of truffle, right, hyphen yeah, this exact thing. Okay, just copy this and paste it if you are as lazy as me, right? So truffle HD wallet provider. Okay, I want to install this, yeah, into my project. Okay, so you can also give hyphen g so that it gets installed globally, right? You can use it in any project you want then. Yeah, so just install this. If you get write access error and everything, you will use sudo as usual, as we discussed previously, etc., right? So this is how you will install this truffle SD wallet provider, because that's a package that needs to be downloaded. Okay, let's see how long it takes. One thing, keep in mind that you are getting a lot of information, a lot of knowledge about this step by step by step. So you need to be very clear about why you need Infura, in which scenario you will use Infura, and in which scenario you can use the normal remix and deploy using MetaMask, right? So we have not gone into the full potential of truffle till now. In the next section, when we integrate with front end and understand how to interact with the contract that you have deployed using the front end, you will understand it much better how this is done and why truffle is very useful. Also, your knowledge gets to the next level when you do unit testing using JavaScript, etc., right? So till then, go through this, keep in mind, make notes or whatever to understand how this works. Okay, so what it says, it is likely that you don't have permission to access this. That's fine, not a problem at all. Go do sudo npm and then give my password. Okay, now it should come again. I think it will take time. I'll install it and come back. You can also pause this video then. Perfect, now it has got installed. It says truffle HD wallet provider 1.0.40 is the uh, version of that. So clear this. Again we'll run our migrate script. So truffle migrate network Robston. The same thing. Previously it did not run through an error because of truffle SD wallet provider, right? Now it's gonna run without any problems. Yeah. Truffle migrate network Robston. And if you think about why I wanted you to add a faucet into your MetaMask wallet, right? Because I've given this mnemonic. Yeah. What it is going to do is take gas price automatically from my wallet. Okay, which means Infura has access to my wallet and all. Okay, so that is how things are. Okay, go back. It says cannot find module truffle SD wallet provider again. Okay, let me just try to install it locally then in this project alone, right? So see if that at least works. This is the problem with npm packages, right? It might not work if it is global, it might not work if it is local. There's a lot of things that you might have to take care of, but you will get to know this as you keep developing something, right? So now we have added it 445 packages and all. So let's run this again, network option. Hope at this point in time it should work. So try local installation, global installation, everything, whatever works for you, right? Perfect, it started working. So it is trying to compile my contract and then starting the migrations in Ropsten network with network ID 3, right? So you can see it is deploying migrations. It's a transaction, right? So it will take time in the testnet. Previously when we saw, we were deploying to the local blockchain, so it happens within seconds, okay, not even a second, right? But in the actual blockchain, the block time is 15 seconds. We have to give for time for mining and things like that, right? So that's why it is taking this time, and it will wait for two confirmations also, because if you look at our configuration, we have given confirmations as 2, right? So let that all be there, and it is going to save migrations to the chain. First one, the first migration only has been completed till now, so we have to wait for the second migration also. But here you can see that all the, from which account it has been taken. DC08 is my account, correct? From that it has taken the balance. It is looking at the gas price of 15 gigawatt, right? So total cost is 0.0031839 ether has been spent from my account only, right? How was it able to do it? Because I gave it my private key, correct? So this is what I have given. Yeah, if it is in a secret file, no issues at all, right? It's an API which uses it. If you want to deploy to mainnet also, it's not a problem, right? This is how projects are usually done in Ethereum, okay? Just that don't let your mnemonic be public. That's the only thing that we need to take care of, okay? So here it says confirmations, which means my sample migration has started also, okay? So total is 0.00199 ether. This is the gas fee you are paying, okay, to deploy your smart contract into the Ropsten test network, right? Then it is saving migration to the chain. Wonderful. So now let's see how long it takes more to deploy and complete the deployment. The best part here is that we can see our contract on the internet also, right? So let me go to this contract address that has been created, okay, DA48 from account DC08, correct? So once it is done and it says summary, everything is complete, I will be able to go to Etherscan, right? But not the normal Etherscan. Normal Etherscan is our mainnet, right? So I'll go to Ropsten Etherscan, okay, ropsten.etherscan.io. If I enter my contract address here and search for it, if I search for it, I'm gonna get my contract, and this has been deployed by me, right? 1 minute ago, someone deployed this from account is DC08, as you can see, that's my account, and this contract is live on the Ropsten testnet network now. Using Infura tool and using your mnemonic, using SD wallet provider, that package that we installed, we were able to deploy our truffle project into the testnet. And it's the same process if you want to deploy your contract into the mainnet also, okay? So the only thing that we haven't seen now, which we already have done in Remix but not in our truffle, is interacting with the contract using a front end, correct? That's one disadvantage I would say for people using truffle, because here if you just write a contract and deploy it, right? So just write a contract, go to JavaScript VM, deploy that, immediately you will be able to, how do you say, oh, it doesn't have enough funds, okay, immediately you will be able to see that here, and you can interact with the contract, correct? Truffle does not allow that, so we need to create our own local, let's say, front end and things like that. Yeah, so that we will see in the next thing. Of course, Truffle helps you with that also for sure, right? So we'll see in the next video how to integrate this contract that we just deployed into a front end also, correct? See you in the next video.